Hello, hello. Welcome to Playful Prosperity. Thank you for joining me live and, of course, on the replay. Wherever you may be catching this broadcast, let me know you're here so that I can send you some love and answer any questions that you might have. For those of you who are just getting to know me, who have just met me, my name is Cindy. I am a quantum numerologist and wealth activator, and I am passionate about the creation of wealth on the planet. And I believe that that creation comes through the people who give a fuck, the healers, the coaches, the change makers, those of you who are out in the trenches, who are doing the good work. You deserve to have more wealth, and wealth is not just money, but it includes money. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. So today's conversation, I really want to dive into the three things that are most important when it comes to the creation of wealth and being the cause of wealth. So for those of you who don't know, I am a universal laws certified coach. And so I work with the universal laws. I work with the law of cause and effect. And this can be a bit of a tricky law because there can be some confusion around how it works. So the first thing to be aware of when it comes to your wealth story, when it comes to the money you're creating in your world, is to understand that first and foremost, you're the cause of it. When we look outside of ourselves, we see movies, we see it in the news, we see it all over the place where people are constantly worried or thinking about the stock market or the amount of hours they're working, or did I get overtime, or did I get paid for that stat holiday, the value of the dollar, cryptocurrency. We're constantly thinking about these things. And all that's doing is creating more worry, more watching, and more focus outside of self. And that creates a cause of worry, focus outside of self, and watching, waiting for something to happen, which means that you're at the whim of what's happening outside of you. But what the invitation here is to be the cause of what you want to create. So if you want to create $5, $10, $50 million, it doesn't matter what you want to create, but in the creation of that, be the cause of it. Focus all of your attention, devotion, thought, everything you've got on what it feels like to have that. On what it would feel like to create that kind of impact in the world. Whether it be $5 or 50 million, that doesn't matter. The number doesn't matter. The feeling state behind it matters. So what would it feel like to have the impact in the world of $50 million that you can go and experience life in the way you want to and help support the causes that you want to and support and build and create for people who may not have those abilities, or not abilities, that's the wrong word, who may not have those resources available to them at this time. Right? So really focusing every single day on the play with money, on the joy of money and wealth, on the abundance that's everywhere around us, on more where that came from. Use that statement all the time. When you spend money, when you are moving money and circulating money out into the world, there's more where that came from. There's always more because you are the creator of it. You are not at the whim of the stock market and the value of the dollar and how many hours you work and if you worked overtime and if you're playing with cryptocurrency. You're not at the whim of that. You are dedicated and devoted to creating more. And in the creation of more, you are playing, you are adventuring, you are creating out of joy and bliss. You're focused on the impact you're creating. And that comes from the heart. That's an emotion. It's not a thing. It's nothing outside of you. You are creating it within your own body. And then what happens is you start to see the synchronicities and the results. Everything that you're seeing in your world right here, right now, is all about what you created in the past. Everything in the physical world that you see in front of you right now is evidence of past manifestation. So what the fuck are you creating right now? If you don't like what you see in your physical world, pivot. Do something different, think differently, feel differently, shift. If you do love what you see in your physical world right now, then amplify for more. We are designed to amplify. We are designed to expand and evolve. So amplify for more if you love it, and don't shift, pivot if you don't, right? The next thing we need to pay attention to is the synchronicities. So oftentimes I hear this from clients where, all this stuff was happening and then somebody handed me an envelope of money and I turned it down, or I threw it in a drawer and didn't think anything of it. Or somebody invited me for dinner and I was tired, so I didn't go. That is the universe handing you what you want, literally handing it to you. And you're saying, no, thanks. But you asked for it. So pay attention. Notice when those synchronicities are showing up. And if the thing that's being handed to you, whether it be money or an opportunity or a thing, whatever that might be, if it's not for you, don't say no. Receive it. Open yourself up to receive it and pay it forward. Gift it to someone else. Re-gifting is not a bad thing. If it's not for you, be open to receive and then pass it on for someone that it is for. But notice those synchronicities, because the synchronicities, especially in this time and day, is when the universe is saying, here's a little bit. Will you receive it or will you say no? And if you say no, then I'm not going to give you any more. But if you say yes and you receive it, then you are amplifying for more. So number one, stop paying attention to the stock markets and the value of the dollar and all that bullshit. None of it matters. If you see it in the news or on TV or in the movies, it's all fake. It's just a story. Let your mind enjoy the story, knowing that it's a story. Number two, be the cause of what you want. Amplify the feeling of what it feels like to be wealthy within your own heart. Build it from within. And then number three, watch for the synchronicities and receive them. So what will you be the cause of today? And how will you receive from the universe? I hope you have an amazing, incredible day. I love you. I believe in you. And I see your power. Bye for now.